You have the nominal scale, which everybody sort of knows, where it's a simple system of assigning numbers or symbols to events in order to label them. So there is no hierarchy, there is no difference between different things, it's just labels, right? So male, female, label. There is no better or worse by how much, nothing like that, right? Your psychology, sociology, physics, chemistry, bio, all labels, right? There's no one subject that's better than the other or by how much. So the basic idea is that there is no direction or magnitude. Direction meaning hierarchy and magnitude meaning how much distance is there between each of the hierarchies, right? So nominal scale is usually the least powerful measure of powerful level of measurement, right? It can just simply define categories, but it can't say which is better or worse, right? Forget the example, it's too complicated. The ordinal scale is slightly better in the sense that you can rank and you can get a hierarchy of things. But between the hierarchy, right, there is no equivalence of difference. So it's like a 100-meter race. Someone comes first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, whatever, right? But the distance from the first person to the eighth person is not uniform as it's between 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 5 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, right? There is no uniformity of the magnitude of difference. However, there is a hierarchy. One is better than the other. We know that one is better than the other. One is better than 8, one is better than 2, 2 is better than 3, 3 is better than 4. But by how much is not there. Okay, you don't know by how much. So that's a ordinal scale, right? So there is direction, but there is no magnitude, right? So it's like saying, I know the people I love in my life. There is a hierarchy, this person, that person, this person, that person. But how much, I don't know between, there's no equivalence of how much between each of them, right? Um, then you have interval scale. Interval scale is, there is a rule, right? There is a direction saying that one centimeter is less than 2 centimeter and 2 centimeters less than is more than 3 centimeter and 3 centimeters less than 4 centimeter and go on and on, right? So there is some rule that is established and the units between are equal, right? However, in an interval scale, the zero is not fixed. Zero is not fixed, it's arbitrary, right? Meaning that zero does not mean absence. Basically, that's what it means, right? So temperature is the classic example of an interval scale, right? When you have 0 degrees Celsius or you have 0 degree Fahrenheit, it does not mean there is no temperature, right? It still stands for something. So that's an interval scale where from 0 to 1 degree and from 1 degree to 2 degree and 3 degree to 4 degree, the distance of degrees is consistent, right? However, zero doesn't mean anything, right? It's not, it doesn't mean absence of something. Again, interval scale is more powerful than ordinal scale or nominal scale, right? And then you have ratio scale, which is the scale that we use more often, which is that the units are equidistant from one another. There is a hierarchy in between the units and there is an absolute zero. So if you have like a ruler, right, if you see this, there is an absolute zero. Here means there is no distance, right? 1 centimeter means there is 10 millicentimeter between 0 and 1. And 1 and 2 has again 10. 2 and 3 has again 10. 3 and 5 has 20, right? So that's the ratio scale, right? It's like money. If I give you 10 rupees and I give somebody else 100 rupees, then I give them 90 rupees more than you. And so it's like 1 rupee, 1 rupee, 1 rupee, and then you can further break it down into much more smaller statistical bits, right? So it depends on what kind of questionnaire you have. It depends on what kind of test you're doing, and the scales will be different, right? If you ask only names in your questionnaire, demographic only names, then that's nominal, right? It's not that Rahul is better than Rohan or something like that. Ordinal is where maybe you rank people, right? Who scored first, highest, second highest, third highest, fourth highest, fifth highest, but you don't know between them what is the distance. Interval scale is where you do this, but whoever scores zero, it doesn't mean they failed, right? It doesn't mean they have no personality or something like that, right? Maybe you created a personality questionnaire where zero means ambivert, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means more extrovert, -1, -2, -3, -4 means more introvert, right? Maybe you created a scale like that. That'll be an interval scale. And then you have a ratio scale where if you score 0 means you don't have it. If you score 100 or whatever, it means you have it, right? And in between is just the same distance from one another.